how to treat your husband, how to treat your wife, right? And just your friends, man. Period, man. It's a lot of folly going on in Israel, man. It's a lot of divorces, right? Just wickedness, man. People, women cheating, men doing things, damn, after the lust of their flesh. It's a lot of confusion going on, man. And we have to first know how to treat our significant other, right? Women kind of being nasty, yelling, screaming, right? Parting, taking away the children. All of these things is carrying on to this truth, man, right? And we have to first and foremost understand what would the Lord want? What does the scripture say? How should I conduct myself? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better wife, right? How can I court this sister according to the law, man? How can I court this brother according to the law? That's why we got to go through the precepts and diligently search out these matters. And before anyone becomes a wife, becomes a husband, they should first know the duties and offices, how to make that road, man. You don't kick down the door in a damn job and just say, I want to be the manager. You have no experience. You don't know what the hell the job details and inclines. You have no experience in anything. You kick down the door and say, you know what? I want to be the manager. You know what? I want this position. That makes no sense, man. You have to know the job duties. You have to be applicable in this thing, man. You have to fit the criteria for the position. So the same way, man, let's go through the precepts. Right? First and foremost, let's go to the book of Sirach, the 6th chapter. Right? I'm going to touch on courting, then I'm going to touch on husbands and wives, right through the spirit. And I don't got no precepts written down. 9 times out of 10, I don't. Right? I'm just going through the spirit. It's the book of Sirach, right? Chapter 6 and verse 6. This is the first precept I'm going to start off with. Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000. So when you get into a situation, whether that's the marriage you in or beginning to court, you have to understand not to tell everybody your business. Everybody shouldn't know what's going on. You shouldn't put yourself in a situation to have this sister and this brother, this uncle, this auntie, your mother, everybody knows what's going on. Because what will happen? They'll tell you, oh, that's not for you. Or they'll tell you certain presumptuous things to overthrow the situation that you're in. They may be jealous, right? They may want that person. They may want that woman. They may want that man. You shouldn't have many counselors in this thing, man, right? You should have one counselor among 1,000, right? Meaning that specific person you can go to that knows the scriptures, that knows the precepts, that can give you wise counsel in this thing, man, even before you get into a situation. Like the Lord said, do nothing without advice, right? Let me get that first. And every woman and every man should be taking their time in this thing, man, right? Because you're going to be married forever. This is not a situation where it's the world where you jumping into things, right? You kind of looking for the looks, right? You looking because this brother looks X, Y, and Z, this sister looks X, Y, and Z. And that doesn't matter in this thing, man, right? You should be first figuring out their spirit. Can they be trusted? Do they know the Lord? Are they upright? Are they diligent? Do they pray? Do they fast, right? Let me bring this up. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 19. Do nothing without advice, and when thou hast once done, repent not. So you have one counselor among 1,000. Reading on in verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. You got certain women, they known a man a week. Right now he done moved in their apartment. Now he eating up the kids' damn cereal and snacks. Now he drinking all the damn chocolate milk, man. Right? He's sitting in there, taking the kids' money and damn going doing wickedness with it, buying new Jordans, right? Don't be too hasty to credit somebody in this thing, man. And that's on many folds. Right, your brethren, right, your aquaf, right? You can't be too hasty to credit somebody in this thing, man. Right? You got to take your time. Understand what makes them mad, how they react to these situations, right? What they do, right, when they're out the spirit, right? Do they pray? Do they fast? Do they seek counsel? Or do they get slothful? Do they get angry and let more spirits pile on them? These are the things you should be asking yourself when you're visualizing the next step in a situation. Read it on. And it says what? For some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of any trouble, right? It said will not abide in thy trouble. So people going to be there, right, when everything is all good, but when all, you know what hit the fan, and they're the first one to leave, right? If this sister that you talking to is quick to leave, quick to flee, hey brother, that sister's not for you, man. Right? You're gonna want a sister that's on fire in this thing, man. Right? That tries to be a pillar of rest, pick you up when you fall, give you precepts, right? Give you the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Through the precepts, man. Uphold you. Does everything she could do to make sure that you don't fall in this thing. And likewise, right? That brother should be upholding that sister. Right? Anybody that wants an office and a duty, what do they have to do? They have to fit the position, man. Right? You can't just say, you know what? I'm X, Y, and Z. You know what? You know, I got money. Right? I got fame. I got glorification of men. Or I just know the precepts. Right? What does that mean, man? You got to try that person all the way around in this thing, man. Right? And it says, and is there a friend who become turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach? And you're going to figure that person out eventually. That's why you can't be too hasty to credit somebody, man. Because you got to wait to the times of affliction, adversity, turmoil. These are when a friendship is tried. A friendship is not tried when y'all all having fun, man, sipping yan, rejoicing, music bumping, right? Hips damn moving, damn shoulders bumping, man. That's not a real friend. First time you tell somebody no, you see what the hell they really about. Next time, the first time y'all get in an argument, you see their true colors. These are the things you should be visualizing before you get too serious and before you get in a situation, man. Right? And it says what? And again, some friend is at the companion at that table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction, right? But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself and will be a bold over thy servants. And if thou be brought low, he will be against thee and he will hide himself from thy face. So like I said, man, you chiefly want a woman or a man that's going to uplift you, man, give you the precepts, love you when you down, pray for you, fast with you. These are things you can't teach somebody. They got to have the spirit in that person to be willingly wanting to love, take care of you, and be there for you in this thing, man. Right? And it says what? Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. And that's so important, man. We don't think about that enough. Just because you have fringes on, a head wrap, just because you know a couple of precepts, doesn't mean that y'all compatible. Right? Doesn't mean that everything's meant to be. Right? It says what? Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. So you got to take heed of your friends in this thing, man. Courting should be done according to the law, man. Slow, patient, loving, right? These things should take time. If a brother is trying to force you to marry him, or if a brother's trying to press you out, if a brother's just damn trying to go into you, that's not the right brother for you. If that woman is too hasty, right, to damn marry you, or that sister's too hasty to do X, Y, and Z, you have to watch certain people. Certain people only want you because you teach, right? Women that hit you up, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. And you be like, what the hell, right? Same thing. You know, sisters got the fly garments. They may be a daughter of somebody, you know, folly, right? Then they just all upon that person. They bowing down their neck to that woman for her beauty, her long hair, right? The makeup that she wears, right? The money or situations that she may be in, man. That's not a true friend right there, right? Let's go to the precepts. Let's go to the book, right, of Philippians, chapter 2. It's the book of Philippians, chapter 2, right? And I'm going to start at verse 14, right? Because you have to understand in this thing, everything takes time. You have to be patient, right? It says, do all things without murmuring and disputing, right? So in a courtship, a marriage, husband and wife, you should do everything without murmuring and disputing. Once you start to murmur, dispute, yell, envy, strife, all of these things stir up spirits, man. What about you in a damn fast lane and somebody damn getting slow in front of you? You're going to start honking. You're going to get mad. Next thing you know, man, you telling the brother to pull over to the side of the road, man. If you entertain these demons and these spirits, they're going to continue to hop on you. Get stronger, right? It says do all things without murmuring or disputing. So if you have a wife and you tell her to do something in righteousness, and I always wash the dishes. I always cook. I always clean. She kind of saying stuff under her breath, right? And you being the man that you are, knowing the scriptures, right, and knowing the order, hey, I didn't ask you to do, I didn't ask you to murmur, I asked you to do something. Next thing you know, it's a dispute. Why don't you do this? Why am I always the one that do? It always start with the murmuring and the dispute that have spirits hop on you. Things out of order. The house divided. These are the things that spirits feed on, man. These spirits, they're like parasites, man. Let you go into a damn dirty cesspool lake, you're going to come out with all type of leeches on you, man. Because they're going to suck the blood. They're going to suck you dry, right? They're going to make you faint in this thing. And that's how these spirits are. When you entertain them, right? When you start to feed into their foolishness and folly, right, what starts to happen? They start to suck you dry. Next thing you know, they're sucking out the spirit. Next thing you know, man, you're going the hell off. Do all things without murmuring and disputing, that you may be blameless. You want to be blameless in this thing. You want to be that brother that always walks away, man. You don't want to be that brother that's just so strong, so mighty, you have to shut the F up, slamming his hands on the table, putting his hands on his woman. You don't want to be that brother, man. That's envy, strife, and Satan, man. You want to walk away. You want to let Satan be known, right? If a spirit hop on somebody and you entertain it, guess what? They're two evil spirits. Or you could be the righteous brother that walks away and lets Satan be known. So when the situation calms down, you can revisit it and say, look, I was in order. I didn't dispute. I didn't murmur. I told you what to do. You didn't do it. And Satan was manifest through your actions. Your fruit is known by the tree. She either could humble down and say, you know what? You're right. I was out of order. Or you could have been a nigga. Well, look what you did. Why is it always me? That situation will never be handled nor solved when two people are out of order. Because they're going to look at things from their point of view, and you're going to look at things from your point of view, and none of that matters. Don't know what scripture says your point of view matters. It don't. That person, meaning that man or that woman, to stay true to the law and the scriptures and fled sin as from the face of a serpent, they're going to be justified. Right? Let me get that. Shalaki, bear with me. It's the book of Sirach, right? Chapter 21 and verse 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. Right? What did Joseph do when all hell was breaking loose, man? When that woman tried to grab him up and have sex with him. He fled. He got the hell up out of there, man. Because he didn't want to be tempted by Satan. If you damn in a room, you see nothing but ass, breasts, money, gold, wealth, right? Microphones, damn, boom boxes, right? Hey, you need to get the hell up out of there, right? If that's something you fall by, right? Or whatever the hell it is, man. Glitter for women. Whatever the hell they like, ribbons, right? And damn pink lipstick. Hey, get the hell out of there, man. These things were going to cause you to fall. You don't want to be in a situation where you're boxed in and you got to fight yourself up out of this thing, man, because it's already too late. You should have been looking well upon your goings in the beginning. Now, if a damn woman and her grandmother said, you know what, darling, don't go down M Street. It's a bunch of rapers and robbers. You tell grandma, okay, grandma, I'm just going to the store, grandma. Next thing you know, she damn pimp off. She go straight to M Street, right? The whole time tire go out. Now she on M Street with a busted tire and a bunch of creeps, robbers, murderers, thieves, and rapists, man. Who put herself in that situation? She did, because she didn't hearken to wise counsel. She didn't listen. So you need to be immediately fleeing from these situations, man. If you're a woman or a man and you're in a situation to somebody that's trying to pull Satan up out of you, man, in wickedness, you need to flee from that, man. Don't give heed to these spirits and don't throw wood upon the fire. These things will burn, combust. Next thing you know, a man is thinking about putting his hands on a woman. Next thing you know, that woman is now wanting to leave and go to her mother's house, her sister's house. The house is divided. All because you didn't look well upon your goings and didn't flee from these situations immediately. Now, I'm not saying that brothers, every man should know, and woman, that the man is the head of the household. But that doesn't give reign for that man to rule like a lion and just feel like every matter has to be justified at that specific time. It's always a time and a place for these things, man. You don't have to pin your damn woman up, choke her down, and say, you know what? Da-da-da-da-da, and I'm right, and I'm the man, right? You don't need to do that, man. That's not called for, man. Your woman should chiefly respect you for being a man of the Lord and having fear for the Lord, not by how you rule your house by yelling, screaming, banging, or putting your hands on your woman, man. These things are wicked. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near, it will bite thee, and the teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. So it's going to slay you if you give heed to these spirits, man. You got to depart immediately and flee, right? Let's go back to Philippians 2 and 14. Do all things without murmuring and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as the lights in the world, right? Let's get another precept. Everything doesn't have to have an immediate response, right? You have to understand it. Only a wise man can understand that, or a wise woman. Somebody that's too hasty to get their point across all the time, they must be heard, right? They demand respect all the time. That's a proud spirit. That person has a proud demon on them, man. Want their woman to bow down to them. I mean, physically, just all the time, right? Just in wickedness, right? Pass me the remote. Oh, I don't want to shut the hell up, right? Just ruling unjustly, man. And this is what chiefly women should be doing, right? It's the book of 1 Thessalonians 4 and 11. And that ye study to be quiet, right? And not do everything without murmuring and disputing. So women should study to be quiet. It should be like second nature, right? For a woman to be silent, right? Not meaning they don't have a voice. Not meaning that they don't have a point of view and that it doesn't matter, but study to be quiet in matters that doesn't need a response all the time. If your husband says, we're going to the market, then guess what the hell you're doing? You're going to the market. And once you start to murmur and dispute, whatever it is, man, don't get married in the first place if you don't want to be in a situation, man. Your husband will rule over you forever. He's your head. He's literally your Lord, man, right? Just like Sarah called Abraham her Lord. You have to understand these things. If these women, I say these because it's not all, if these women aren't ready to die for their husband, be quiet in a drop of a dime, walk away, and understand who the hell they're talking to, they don't deserve, and that man should have never made that woman his wife to begin with. Or if you're courting, don't put yourself in that situation. Be a eunuch. Meaning somebody that's just waiting on the Lord to come back with the mentality that I don't want nothing else, right? I don't want a man. I don't want a woman. I'm going to be a eunuch in this thing. Paul was a eunuch. Yahweh Shai was a eunuch, right? You could be a eunuch, right? You don't have to have a husband or a wife. And if these women aren't doing these things and studying these precepts daily, Satan will overcome their mind. They'll start to be proud, boastful, and have something that casts a lot of women down as a strong opinion. You can't be strongly opinionated every 5 seconds on things that doesn't need your response in the beginning. If I've already spoken or that husband spoken in the beginning, right? It says do what? And that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business, right? Not to be spreading rumors, spreading things about your marriage. I have countless times where I've seen women spread their marriage amongst the whole congregation. We got the first precept that said, Salakia, thou shalt have one counselor among 1,000. You sitting there hitting up this sister, what should I do? What should I do? She don't even know the scriptures. She's Satan. She doesn't even have the spirit of the Lord in her. She doesn't even know the Lord, man. And you sitting there on the phone with this woman, giving you wicked false counsel. Salaki, giving you wicked false counsel. Next thing you know, you listening to a woman presumptuously, right? That has no understanding, right, in wickedness, and it's altering your understanding. It's altering how you move. It's altering you being a wife. You got to be careful who you listen to, who you hearken to, who you give, things to that doesn't pertain to them, man. You should chiefly seek the counsel of the Lord, man. You should secretly cast lots in this thing. Pray, fast together. These are the things of a union that should be between you, your wife, and the Lord. Not everybody in your business. Hey, brother, you know what? And this brother just got to smoking a damn jack, smoking some weed, right? Or the whole congregation kind of knows what's going on. Then they kind of, next thing you know, man, you're a nigger in your household, right? You're a damn evil man. You beat your woman. Or just things just get around unjustly, man. You got to study to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we've commanded you. So you got to damn just understand this thing, man. People can use things that you tell them against you. You could tell somebody, you know what? We falling on hard times. You know what? Sister, da 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 da. Next thing you know, y'all fall out. You and that sister. Or she just got a damn mouth on her. Next thing you know, it's in the congregation. Your husband don't work. Them brothers kind of pulling scriptures. If you don't work, you don't eat. Kind of looking at you like a damn infidel. You don't take care of your damn children. These things can happen, man. Right? And you don't want that to give heed to your marriage. A marriage is like a crack, right? Once a little drop gets in that crack, right, it's going to open up. It's going to open up, and it's going to be a flood of ungodly opinions. It's going to be a flood of ungodly mischief. It's going to be a flood of opinions of other people. It's going to be a bunch of foolishness. Women watching videos of motivational speakers, how to treat your wives, how to treat your... And now they're just giving heed to all of these different spirits, telling them what to do, instead of hearkening unto the very place where you should have been in the first place, which is in the scriptures. This is your counsel. This is your chambers. This is your help. This is your understanding. This is how to be perfect and how to be a perfect man and perfect woman. These things will make you whole. You don't need to go outside for different sources of wicked men and wicked women in this thing, right? Verse 12, that ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may lack of nothing, right? Let's get another precept. So a woman got to watch that. I got the T spirit. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 30. Be not as a lion in thine house. So men can't be a lion in their house, man, right? They can't be damn slamming doors, yelling and screaming, putting their hands on their wife. Didn't I tell you, right? You kind of damn grabbed her up, right? Now, you didn't strike her, but you put your hands on her. Right? You kind of grabbed her up. Didn't I tell you better than that? Right? Hey, get this in order. Right? You kind of yelling and screaming. Don't be a lion in your house, nor frantic among thy servants. Right? So you got to learn to be gentle with your woman, man. Right? I remember this as a kid with my father. My father never yelled. My father never, he just would give me a look that I'm going to beat your ass look. He'll sternly look at me. Right? And then I'd be like, I kind of put my head down and I flee. Right? Or I stop doing what I'm doing. If you truly respect it, you don't need to do all of the damn antics, man. If your wife truly loves you and loves the Lord, hey, straight like that, she will obey and submit under you, man. More screaming, the more yelling, that's nothing but Satan. You do not have to bang up a goddamn window, crash it down, scream and yell to get respect in your household, man. That's not righteous, man. That's not of the Lord, right? You don't have to do none of these things. If your woman truly loves you, I'm going to repeat this again. If your wife truly respects the Lord first and foremost, the order and the commandments, and loves you, it ain't a damn thing you got to do but tell her the commandments and then let Satan manifest themselves when they don't hearken and listen, right? Now, I'm not married, but if I were married, I would say chiefly things like this. Go to this commandment. Go to this precept. And when they continue to talk over the word or not go to it, then I'm going to know specifically they have a demon on them. I'm going to say, I'm not talking to you right now till you repent. They continue to keep talking, I'm going to just keep going. I'm not going to talk to you until you fast now, because this is getting out of order. They continue to talk. Hey, man, I'm not talking to you till you fast, repent. I'm going to need 7 precepts on how you were out of order. Hey, man, the list going to keep getting longer. But the last thing I'm going to do as a man of the Lord, I'm not a goddamn woman, is get to screaming, yelling, banging, and doing all of that, man. This ain't a damn band, right? If you love your significant other, then you should respect one another, man. Right? And chiefly, men got a real high spirit on them just because the Lord set them amongst the congregation. That doesn't mean that a woman doesn't have a voice. It's a lot of wicked men that treat their women like slaves, man. And those men are going to get judged. The daughters of Zion are not slaves. They're not, what do you call them? Vacuum cleaners, man. Oh, that's my little vacuum cleaner right there. Oh, that's my little Suzzah Dove. Oh, that's my little Swiffer Desserpan. Right? That's my little bread and breakfast. Right? That's my little change the sheets. Right? That's my little Then you get the damn, hey brother, your woman is not a slave, man. Right? Your woman is not your slave. So stop treating women like they're less than what they deserve to be treated like, man. Right? A woman should know their office, but they should also chiefly feel praised, like it's her own work shall praise you in the book of Proverbs 31. Now, what does it mean her own work shall praise her? Let's figure out. All right, I'm going to read the whole Proverbs 31 and break it down righteously and truthfully, and not how brothers break it down, right? But I want to get that precept first. What does it mean her own work shall praise her? Dishes are washed, food is made. Well, you're supposed to. That's what women's supposed to do. No, brother. The water. This is beautiful. I appreciate it. You always keeping the kids in order. You always got the household in order. Women like to hear things like that. Right? Women love that, man. You sitting there working in the backyard, making your woman a chair, right? Or making your woman a goddamn hammock or whatever the hell it may be, right? And then you sweating out there. Your woman come out there with a cold glass of water. The water, king. It's looking good. You're such a mighty man, right? Then you get the damn smiling and continue, man, getting splinters in your hand. It makes you feel good. Now, chiefly, a man is supposed to work. A man is supposed to do these things. But it's different when you get the love from your significant other that you truly cherish, man. It means a lot to you. It's always the smallest things that matter the most. Not how you damn dress, the amount of money you have, right? Your so-called social status, the car that you drive, the friends that you have, right? The amount of wisdom in the world that you pertain. These things should not matter, right, to a man and woman in this truth, man. How you treat one another should be chiefly right under the commandments, right? Loving the Lord, keeping the commandments, and how does he or she make me feel? Do they uplift me? Do they love me? Do they take care of me? Or do they treat me like a slave? Do they treat me like a damn lording around you? Right? This is the book. Salaki. I need to go to it. Bear with me. Right? Bear with me. And it reads. Let me see. This whole thing kind of. I might as well start from the top. Right? Because husbands got to know how to treat their wives, man. Right? That's very important. Your prayers can be hindered by not taking counsel from the scriptures, man. Your prayers can stop reaching up to the Lord because, man, I want to get that first. I don't think brothers know how important the office of a husband is, how of a high responsibility that is. You're in charge of this woman's life on earth, her protection, her food and raiment, right? Being taught, because she can't learn from other men. She can't be like, you know what? I'm about to call brother da-da-da. About to call brother J. She's sitting in a dark room getting the breakdowns from the brother J. Now, J, who knows this man, he could be a nigga Or it could be just a food. But Jay's on the phone with your woman getting the breakdowns. That's wicked, man. Your woman is under you, right? So she has to learn under you. Duty of raiment, clothing, food, protection physically, right? She has to leave her family, her mother, father, right? Her sister, her brother, her aunties and uncles, right? And you have to be a learned man to be able to break these things down. That's what a head is, man. Until your body get up and use the bathroom and your head, right, just want to just lay down there. You're going to piss yourself, man, in the bed. That you want to go to the store and you hungry, right? But your body on a damn couch, right? Your head has to tell your body what to do. Your head makes the thoughts. Your head says left. Your head says right. So that man has to be controlled righteously over that woman, man. That's a very, very, very important office and duty for men to understand. Right? So I forgot what precept I was about to get. Okay, come on, man. Right? Let me get that. This is the book. 1 Peter chapter 3, right? And verse 1. I'm going to get this before I get Proverbs. Because these precepts are not just in here for the hell of it. They're not in here for fun. These precepts are in here to save marriages, save lives, make marriages stronger, make men stronger to understand how important their office is as a husband, make women hearken down and be humble to understand why they were created, to serve the Lord and to follow and be a helpmeet behind man and to bear children. This is 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of their wives. So that's how important it is, right? Your wife. Literally, you can have a husband or a wife or whatever the case may be, and just your conversation could win them over. I've seen countless times a man bring a woman into this truth, or a woman bring a man into this truth, right? All because they love one, and that's how important marriage is, right? It says, while they behold your chaste conversation, coupled with fear. What is chaste conversation? Any woman that's talking to any man that's married is wicked. It's wicked. You don't need to be talking to any man about a damn thing. You don't need to be talking to no man about anything, man. Right? It's nothing that a married woman should be talking. Brother, can you break this down? Brother, da-da-da-da-da. Right? You sitting there having a whole full-blown conversation with a married woman. That's off. Right? Chaste conversation is understanding, you know what? This is wicked, man. Why am I doing this? You have to have chaste conversation. Chaste conversation, meaning your face not everywhere. You're not in every man's face, right? You're not, as soon as you look up at the feast days, right, you're going like this, catching eyes. Every time I look up, the brother, wife looking at me. What the hell? Right, every time that sister look up, some brother looking at her. Who's adorning? Let it not be the outward adorning. So that's very important. I'm not going to say who, but we all know through the Spirit, it's certain people, congregations, women, all hell breaking loose, there's real high on the outward appearance. I mean, really high on outward appearance. We don't give a damn about the outward appearance. As long as you have fringes on, you're well kept, right? You smell good, you have hygiene, right? And you're keeping the commandments. I could care less if you have some expensive garment on. If you're in the finest of linens. If your head wrap look like a goddamn skyscraper, man. That's not important to a real man. So these things shouldn't make or break women, right? It shouldn't make or break their, what's the word I'm looking for? It shouldn't make or break, right, them being insecure in that, right? Those shouldn't have a spirit to hop on you to now make you feel like, okay, now I'm worthy to come outside or da-da-da. So a lot of women, they have what the world would call nappy hair and small. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I would ask anybody that's going through these problems or situations, is the Lord perfect? They're going to say yes. So if the Lord created you to be 5'3", whatever weight, small hair, long hair, the Lord is perfect. You don't need these things to justify you or to make you feel high or exalted or anything accepted, man. You're beautiful just the way you are. And women got to understand it. And that's what self-love, right? Reading on. Adorning of the plaiting of the hair and the wearing of gold or the putting on of apparel. But let it be the hidden man in the heart and that which is not corruptible. Even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. So women need to be quiet, man. And the Lord say that all the time. You need a quiet woman. For women kind of quiet, head in the scriptures, silent, goddamn. Not in. I'm sorry, I've talked to him before, or the sister that know your brother in the camp. Those 3 brothers in your camp, right? Know what 3 brothers in the other camp. Yeah, I've been courting kind of around. He. Like, well, I don't want that sister. She kind of everywhere. Women should chiefly be a damn stalker. They should look from afar off, see what type of man that they would want. Okay, I would talk to him. Right, not be in everybody's face at once. She'd be like, okay, I want a man, X, Y, and Z, build it up through the spirit, chiefly the spirit first, kind of see the situation, right, in righteousness, not physically in men's faces, but acquire certain things and just chiefly sit back and wait for the Lord to send you that man. And if it's not what your criteria is, don't reply, don't respond until the things that you know you want is to pass for that man you're really interested for the potential to marriage, potential to marry. Then respond and immediately try to hell out that spirit so things aren't too far past to where y'all start talking, right? Chiefly, it should be like an interrogation as soon as you meet one another, man. Do you believe in Yahweh Shai? Do you believe in the Old and the New Testament? Let's get these things established before I know your goddamn weight and what city you stay in, right? Before we get too damn deep, what's your daughter's name? Your son likes cartoons too? My son likes cartoons. Next thing you know, y'all damn watching Bugs Bunny on the Sabbath day, man. Right? What the hell would I got to do with the spirit? You got to figure these people out immediately, man. Hey, Paul said he knew certain men. Man, let me get that. Damn, man, I be thinking of too many precepts at one time. Salakia. I want to go back for Peter. I want to go back to Proverbs 31. But I mean, it's his detriment. Hey, man, you got to kind of know these people, man. I heard a woman tell me once, asking counsel, right? She was talking to this dude, and she gave him her damn social security number, right? So you can't be giving wicked people your information. You can't be doing none of these things, man. People are on trial to the day whether they're guilty or they're innocent. Meaning you on trial until I made up my mind I want to marry you, right? Don't ever give in to somebody, right? And give them up of your substance, right? It's the book of Galatians, chapter 2, right? In verse 2. And it reads, and I went up by revelation. I communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised, and that because of false brethren unaware brought in. So there were false brethren that came in unaware, right? Who came in privately to spy out our liberty. So you have some people that come in and they spy out your liberty. They come in because they just want you for a specific office or duty, or they're not sincere, or they truly want to court you or want anything deep with you. They spy out your liberty, man. A lot of men just want women for their ass, right? Or their breast, or men for their so-called body, right? Or their money, right? Who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in the Mashiach Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage, to whom we gave place by subjection. No, not for an hour, that the truth of the gospel might continue with you. So Paul said, man, look, in 1 hour, I peeped these men's spirits. In 1 hour, I figured out the situation. Hey, Paul was a man of high discernment. So when you meet somebody, you should immediately acquire their spirit, just like Tobit did, right? To Raphael, right? What tribe out there? In Tobit 10, so like in Tobit 5 and 10. He immediately got on Raphael's ass, which was the angel. Who are you? Where are you going with my son? He kind of pressed him out. He didn't say, how's it going? He kind of watching how he walked, being all sneaky with it, and kind of playing it back from afar. No one need to know these things. If you're going to be in a courting relationship, immediately understand, look, boom, I need to know your spirit. What is the doctrine that you understand? What do you see yourself, right, in 3 years if we're still here? These are the conversations that you need to be having. You have to all be in one mind and one accord. Going back, right, to 1 Peter 3. Reading on. I'm going to start at 5. I'm going to start at 4 again. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women, and the Lord calls certain women holy, man. Don't ever let a man, and this is chiefly what women need to be doing. Now, this is a metaphor real fast. If you have a child, 8 years old, you have another child that's 8 years old. One child, knows the way home, knows 911, knows your number, knows your first and last name, and the other child is nothing but somebody that never listened to their parents. They get in two situations. One child is going to know what to do, right? An escape plan. They're going to know how to route. They're going to run. They're going to know how to call 911. They're going to know their parents' number. They're going to know in the cases of emergency. My mom told me to go down 123 Street and not down L Street, because L Street is a circle if I'm being chased, and they can meet up back with me. And 123 Street leads to Grandma Evans' house. But then you're going to have that wicked little child that never listened. Who's going to get taken advantage of? The one that never listened. So the reason I said that is you can have women that don't know the scriptures that well. They can be manipulated. They can be pulled along. They can be misused. They can be taken advantage of. They can be literally used for vacuum cleaners, ass shakers, and all manner of carnal things, man. But then you want to have that holy woman, the one that knows the scriptures. Hold on now. I don't believe that, because in 1 Peter, it says this. I don't have to do that according to the Bible, because the Lord said X, Y, and Z. Hold on now. Old Testament only. We'll go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 7 and verse 14. Go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6. Right? Go to the book of Psalms, chapter 72 on down. Right? Go to the book, and you keep it going all day. Right? You can just keep these things going. You can't manipulate that woman, because she knows the Bible. Chiefly, a woman should be getting built up slowly for her office of marriage, or in a marriage, get built up so that your husband knows, look, I'm not an airhead. I'm not a fool. I'm not an idiot. I'm not shoot. You know better than me what they be calling these women out here, man. Right? But what did the Lord say? For after this manner in the old time, holy women. You got Dorcas Tabitha, man. You got Esther, Martha, Mary, Phoebe, right? You got all of these righteous women, man. Judith, right? That were holy women, right? Jael, right? It says also who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. So just because you mighty, you know the scriptures, or you look good, or anything that you may be thinking, doesn't mean that you can't be subject unto your husbands. Verse 6. As Salaki, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. So women got a complex that they don't like to submit on a high level. Yeah, I'll wash the dishes. I'll vacuum. I'll cook, I guess. But calling you Lord, bowing down unto you, not physically, but to everything you say in righteousness. You want me to do that? Yes, sister, you have to do that. That's thus saith the Lord. Right? If you're not ready to call your husband Lord, do everything he says in righteousness, learn to be quiet, submissive, loving, gentle, and not always be highly opinionated, then sister, you're a wicked woman. You're evil. You were created to be an helpmeet. That's like women got like I can't be like, damn, I can sing. I want to be a singer. Or I could ball out. I want to be a baller. Right? Or I damn can cut hair. I want to be a damn barber. I was created to be a barber. No, brother, you were created to serve the Lord. Why were women created? To serve the Lord, and right under that, be a helpmeet unto a man. Take a step back from your pride, what the world teaches you. These bad B's of the world, so-called, BET, VH1, take a step back and think, why am I breathing? To serve the Lord, to keep the commandments, and to be a helpmeet to a man, a pillar of rest, a helper, right? Somebody that's going to keep the house in order so that he can labor. I have to cook, clean, wash clothes, take care of the children so that he can teach the nation. So that us, by doing the work of the Lord, right, we're both doing the work of the Lord. I'm working with my hands willingly, sewing, right? These are the things women have to understand and not be so independent spirit or so you must respect me and I am this and I am that, right? Pride is a demon. We have to understand that pride is the beginning of destruction. Reading on. Verse 6, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement, right? Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Don't dwell with them in wickedness. Don't have them to be just doing everything you say presumptuously because you know that you're a man and you know what the scriptures say. Love your woman's, man. Now, your kid is under you. You know that. Does that mean you're going to tell your kid to climb up on the ladder and fix that little dent in the roof? He's 13 years old. And then after that, you're going to go mow the grass. And then after that, you're going to go down and fix my tires, scrub them real clean. No, man. If you love somebody, you're going to be, what's the word? You're going to be compassionate, right? You're going to see where they're coming from. You're going to hear them out, right? Even though you have the last say-so, it matters her happiness if you truly love her. It matters what she thinks. It shouldn't just be X, Y, and Z. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, I have spoken. Dum, da, dum, da, dum, I have spoken. Right? You damn make up an evil chant around your house and demons is dancing to the beat and damn, you damn turn your head and she kind of going like this. Right? You wake up at 4 a.m, you want turkey bacon immediately. You shake her up and you start reading the scriptures, Proverbs 31. You're evil. Cook. Clean. Right? She like, oh. She kind of going like this. You being a lion, man. If you love your woman, take time. Be compassionate to her, man. You get tired. You get sleepy. You get slothful sometimes. You get all of these things. So what makes you think your woman doesn't too? We're all subject to sin, right? We all have spirits hop on us, right? You got to be compassionate in this thing. Patient, right? And it says what? Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, given Salaki. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, and give honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So your prayers could be hindered by treating your wife wrong. These are the scriptures women should know. Not just beat into their head, Proverbs 31, Proverbs 31. Next thing you know, they can, there's no way out of this thing. The Lord created me to just be a vacuum cleaner. Oh boy. Right? And then you just kind of just sinking, kind of melting, giving up hope. I don't know if I can do this anymore. No, sister. You literally are just as important, right? So the man is everything, man. The nation is literally built on the commandments, the law, understanding, faith, endurance, and our woman to help, man. Let me get the book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 1. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself, man. So don't teach your wife things that aren't in the Bible. Just to rule over her. Just to have her to feel like you're that much more of a mighty man and that much more of this, and that you need to kiss my boots. And no, brother, we need to love one another, man. Once that man takes that big ass spirit of pride off of him, and that woman takes that big ass spirit of rebellion and not being subject, then the union would be that much more stronger. Because if you could submit without being beaten into being submitting, and if that woman could submit without that man like, damn, sweating, how he's going to get her to listen, then the household will be ran in righteousness. Right? It says, give not thy soul, right, unto a woman to set thy foot upon her substance. Right? Thy substance. Don't give your soul unto your woman. And I'm talking to brothers that court right now. And women. Right? Twofold. Don't give your soul and your spirit and your substance to that person right now, right? You sitting there, ain't read all day, but you on the phone. You got that middle school spirit. Back in the day when you used to have a twirly phone, right? You down sitting there twirling the phone, right? Mom kind of hopped on the phone, you hung up, but you got a 3-second grace period to pick back up on the phone before the joint go, You kind of hang up, right? Moms get off the phone. You gotta pick her right back up, right? Right, that's that old school for you, right? You time twirling the phone all day, talking about damn dirt bikes and did you see that new movie? Right, next thing you know, brother, it's 12 o'clock at night. You gotta go wake up in the morning. You haven't read all day. You giving this woman your substance, man, and your substance are hidden treasures that the Lord gave you. What if you have an innumerable amount of treasures and every day you're giving a gem to her? More gems. Next thing you know, it's shackles and shackles of gems. Now it's bags of gems. Next thing you know, you don't have any more substance. The Lord sifted you out slowly by that woman, by that man, right? And you don't want that to happen. You need to take your time, be patient, and put the Lord first. That's why the Lord says, seek ye first the kingdom. Seek ye first the kingdom. Don't seek ye first that ass, that damn man, that money. Don't seek these things, man. And the Lord will have bread fall from heaven out of nowhere. Hey, the Lord, you running, seeing a damn Red Sea, it kind of opened up out of nowhere. It wasn't like it was just already opened up and the children of Israel running. That's faith. And I love that account because people when they read the Bible, they don't be reading the Bible for real. Like you gotta visualize these things, man. Right? You gotta visualize these things. Children of Israel running, Moses at the head of them, and they running to an open sea. Nothing is split. But they have the faith that Moses would depart and open it up, man. So you gotta have faith in this thing too. Right? Reading on. Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. So men that's courting, you should be courting a woman of the Lord. You should be courting damn little shot down the street, little Teresa, little Keisha, right? Keisha with the braids. And every brother know Keisha with the braids, right? Don't be meeting with damn Keisha with the braids. Them long ass braids. I mean, they long as hell, right? And she kind of pop her neck when she look, right? And then her braids kind of flip, right? Don't meet with her, man. Because what's going to happen? Satan's going to happen. You're going to start being lustful. Next thing you know, man, hey, all hell done broke loose in wickedness. Because you set your heart upon things that aren't righteous. Don't meet with a harlot. Don't put yourself in situations to where you're with women, right? That's not of the Lord. Read it on. It says, use not much company of a woman that is a singer, meaning a thought, right? Hey, Judah Mannion, Craig, the Craig girlfriend off of Friday Spirit, right? Hey, man, and when y'all watch that movie, she had a whole nigga in the bed with her, right? She had a damn nigga in the bed with her the whole time, right? Who did you go to the show with last night? I ain't go to the show. Who did you go to the show with last night? I ain't go to the show last night. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie. You don't need that woman, man. Because you don't gotta lie. And you ain't go to no damn show last night. You don't need that woman, man. You need the woman, right, that's gonna say, did you read last night? Were you on fire last night? How was camp last night? How was the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Right? How was the Feast of Dedications last night? That's the type of damn last night you want to hear, right? You don't want to hear about damn last night and wickedness, right? It says, use not much company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts. And brothers could be taken with their attempts. Don't think that you can't be taken, brother. David was taken. David was taken, man. Solomon was taken. There are a lot of mighty men that were taken by women. So don't think, oh, brother, I can pick them out. I'm good. I don't got to worry about that. I ain't wicked. Brother, if these mighty men that can leap over a wall, have the most wisdom in the world, parables and knowledge in all things, right? Build a temple for the Lord, right? Was a king, was a dancer. He can sing. He can play the harp, right? He can do all of these things. Why the hell do you think your broke ass can't fall by this woman too? You have to understand these things. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. So don't put yourself in situations and cry out when you have the consequences happen. Read it on. Gaze not on a maid, lest thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. Jump it down to verse 9. And it reads, sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her at the arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. I mean, you shouldn't be talking to another man's wife, period. Right? Period. Woman shouldn't be talking to another man. Because all that's going to happen is lust is going to happen. You're going to start liking the way he teach. You're going to start liking the way he dress. You're going to start liking the way his comedy, how he brings out certain jokes. You're going to like the way the brother cough. Then he kind of look up with his... Then she like, ooh. Next thing you know, all hell breaking loose, man. She the first one with a napkin and a damn handkerchief in her hand when you coughing. Right? Hey, all hell will break loose. Depart yourself from these situations, man. Right? Let's go to it. Now, I done went on a little bit on courting. Husbands how to treat wives, wives how to treat husbands. Now I'm about to get on the wickedness of a woman and the wickedness of a man in the truth, man. Right? In marriage. And it happened to our forefathers. happened to our foremothers. These are accounts in the scriptures that aren't talked about, but we about to dive into them. Now, was Jacob a righteous man? Yes. But what happened to Jacob? Let's find out. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 1. And it reads, "And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister." So women, a lot of women, man, in this truth, they envy their sisters, man. Now, the whole topic of the discussion, debate, turmoil, confusion, rage, sometimes violence happens when multiple wives get mentioned, man. Right? Multiple wives get mentioned. Women have to understand and humble down, right? It may not be expedient for some brothers. It's not a law to have them, like you have to. And it could be a preference, whether you want to put yourself in that situation or not. But if y'all under one understanding and agreement, sister, humble down. Don't be jealous, man. Jealousy is literally the worst demon that could hop on a woman, other than not being submissive. Right? Let's get that in the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 6. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 6. "But a grief of a heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all." Meaning it's a grief of heart. That woman that's jealous over another woman. That could be her sister, be a mother, or could be a multiple wife. Sisters, don't let another sister cause you to sin because you're jealous of her, right? Her hair is longer. She's darker than you, and you like the melanin. She's lighter than you, right? She's brown skin and you're light skin. Don't let these things cause you to fall. She has different eyes than you have. She's shorter than you. She's thicker than you, right? He kind of likes her a little bit more than you. Don't let a man or woman cause you to fall. Don't be jealous. Pray, understand, look, I'm not going to have this situation